Uh,
It was so stupid.
what was so stupid?
Trump's speech,
I'm not
what
paying
was it?
attention to his stuff.
What was it, Wednesday?
Yeah. That we know that one. Yeah. He's gonna invade Greenland or whatever. Like I'm not even paying attention to that shit. That's the dumb. The best news we have is that the arena
Yes, that's today. That
that just
is,
happened.
yeah,
That's
that's
awesome.
so fucking great.
What the hell? All of a sudden, like it was pretty much.
Yeah.
It's like,
I
oh, it's in the bag. Everyone's voting for it. Everyone's crushed. And then out of nowhere, boom, never mind. And Sam Katz is saying, like, oh, it was never going to happen in the first place.
Party in China. Party in Chinatown.
Yeah. They should go to Chinatown
That's the
today.
best news of 2025
You're
right
actually
there.
right. We should head to, if I wasn't feeling a little.
They should break out the dragon and do that thing where the Chinese New Year, run that thing up and down the street a few times. That'd be awesome.
It's,
it's supposed to be good luck, I
Yeah.
think.
something. Yeah, let's just go crazy. Climb some light poles. Yes.
That is that would be like the most Philly shit ever.
That's how we celebrate in this town. Let's get on some public stuff and yeah, definitely climb some big poles,
But
stomp on
yeah,
some
I did
subway
that
station.
just popped across my my Inquirer feed, like,
Like 40 minutes ago. It
yeah,
just
right.
I just made a little video about it, but not like us video. Like I was playing with AI again.
Mm.
So whatever. But yeah,
How's it going there over there on the voice weirdness?
no, I had I had normal voice work to do this week
Oh
for my
yeah.
normal company that I do voice work for, but I didn't have any voice work for those guys. It's more of the same crap. They said Vocal Riff is open again, and then they
Is
don't
it?
give me. They said that I got a
I don't know.
notification in
I'm
my
back on.
email. No, and if I click on it, it doesn't. It's not there. It says we're here. Oh, get started. Then I click to get started, and it goes to empty page. So I don't think
Yeah,
they.
that happens sometimes.
Yeah, I
I think
know.
what it is somebody it's out ahead of their skis, and like, it hasn't like
They're
uploaded
idiots.
the shit yet.
They're idiots. They don't know what they're doing. I'm sorry.
Hey, I
I know
made
the companies
post.
don't know what they're doing.
I am not complaining. I made
No.
nearly $500 yesterday.
Oh, really? What were you?
So
Did you do the video game one?
no,
So you got
no,
a video game one.
really? Is that a thing?
Yes, you got to play video games, and they need you to commit to 20 hours a week to play video games. And he was going to try it after this and see what happened, but like that's probably going to be gone now. Who knows?
I should should run upstairs and have John
Yeah,
get.
right?
Yeah.
Definitely. So what were
Back then.
what project were you on yesterday?
I'm on Cabbage Patch.
Oh, ugh, I hate Cabbage Patch. Cabbage
I
Patch
love
actually
it.
Cabbage Patch jammed on me. I was going through the assessment and then I had to screenshot it because they had like they gave me six options and every one was blank.
Really?
It was just a hiccup. So I screenshot it and sent it, but I don't know what's happening there. Nothing.
Hmm.
That's just
I'm
really
a,
weird.
I'm,
Like so
I'm a review
inconsistent.
on there. So i-
It's so
if
inconsistent.
if you're an attempter, I really feel bad for you. Like,
I don't know what an
because you only
attempter.
get like, I mean to be fair, it's like $120 a task if you go the whole time, but like you only get one a day.
I don't know anything about this one. I've not gotten into it at all. I've gotten
It's
the
tough.
test just
It,
jam.
it's tough now. I mean, it was kind of hard before, you know, because they ask a lot of you. Because you got to write like what the criteria actually is for it to
Right.
be successful,
I was able to see those examples.
you know.
I understand. Yeah, but
But and then, finding a long text
yep.
specifically within
Yep.
that small window.
Yeah, it's asking a lot. It really is. So you don't do that. You just review how well the person did that, which is
Mm,
easier.
right. No, it's not,
Oh, okay.
because people are fucking morons.
Well, it's unclear too. Like it's a really
No, it's very clear. I mean,
I,
the only part that I ever have felt like I disagreed with, as far as like the rules, is the tone and like language
right.
is
That's very subjective,
subjective.
extremely
It's
subjective.
not. It's not for me though.
Well, it can
Like
be like, what is the third grade level text? You know, it's real hard to know what words are appropriate for third grade exactly. That was their
not really.
example.
Like
Well, that was their example. They said it was
there's
subjective.
actually lists of what what a third grader
Humble
is
was one of the words.
supposed to know.
I guess it wasn't necessarily the vocabulary too. It's also how you write and stuff like
It
that.
is
So that's why I'm
how
trying
you
to say
write,
that that was
but
the object they
that's
offered it as.
objective too. That's
Okay, well,
objective
all
too.
right, all
Like
right. Well, then I guess you're just made for this work then. I don't know, man. They told me their directions clearly said that these things are subjective, but if they're not subjective for you, then that's
no,
fantastic.
they're
You've got
not.
a great
But I've actually argued that with people, and like I've let it go. I've let it go because, whatever. You're paying me $30 an hour to do it, you know. I'll do it your way. You say it's subjective, I'll say it's objective. Okay.
right. I
It
guess
doesn't
that was
change anything substantially.
okay. So you're on the reviewer end of that, is what you were saying earlier.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
gotcha.
But we're most of the stuff that we're doing, we're not, I mean, we're reviewing it, but by reviewing it, they mean fix it.
Right. I
You,
just meant the I don't
yeah,
need
yeah.
the ins and outs of the job. I
We
was
can't
just
even just send it back to.
and say bad, try again. They have
Yeah, we
yeah.
can't even do that.
Yeah.
We're not even allowed to do that right now.
Gotcha. What are you looking at, Steve?
I was just looking at some details on the wildfires out in California.
Oh yeah, that are
It
all
sucks
DEI's
so
fault.
bad for those people.
I get so sick reading the comments and the messages and the hate that I've never seen people hate so hard on people going through a horrible natural disaster ever, and it's
The
disgusting.
only issue that I have with the whole thing is that they only talk about the Palisades, which is like where the rich people and like the more mixed, it's more mixed. There's more white people, in other
Right,
words.
right. It's more single family households.
But there are other
Or-
fires nearby that are worse,
Yeah.
if not the same. They are, in majority black and brown neighborhoods, and nobody says a fucking word about it, and that pisses me off.
Is the Eaton fire also, is that a more black and brown neighborhood fire?
Yes, yes.
Because both of those are only about 10% contained, right? Eaton and
Yep.
Palisades.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're the worst of the two, I guess. But yeah, they do focus on that.
I mean, I'm not, I get that they're doing their best.
Mhm.
I mean, as far as like whatever is going on. The other issue that I have is that, and I don't know if this is true for these specific fires, but usually what California does is they will pull people from prisons and make them go out and fight these fires, putting these people in danger, for like next to nothing. They get like $1 a fucking day or some shit,
Right.
some bullshit.
I
Like,
think
and
they're-
that's
weren't
fucking
they
sick.
trained to do this though?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, they're trained.
right. I
They
think
are trained.
Isn't it voluntary for them or is it not voluntary? I thought-
No job in prison is voluntary. No job in prison is voluntary.
Right, but like they just send anybody out to be a firefighter? Don't you even need
No,
to-
I'm sure they have like a selection process, but like no job in a prison system is voluntary. If you do refuse to work, you fucking get locked down. You end up in solitary. You lose good time. Like there's all kinds of bullshit that they put on you, to make, to, for lack of a better word, incentivize you to do it, whether you want to or not, whether you're sick or not. Like it doesn't matter.
Mhm.
Like you still got to do it.
And they're still paying you peanuts.
Yeah, less than peanuts.
Right. Yeah.
I wouldn't even take a piss for that much.
They had I don't know how
You,
true.
you want to pay me $1.20 an hour to go pee? Nah. I'll hold it.
They had a great meme on there. I don't know how true it is, but there was a picture of a dude with two boxes shaking them on what looked to be a fire or a bush outside of his house. And they said anyway that it was almond milk, and the header was the most California way of fighting a fire.
Almond milk.
Yeah, but those are the two things that piss me off about that.
Yeah.
Well, this one says that California, it's the Human Rights Watch or .org, and they say that several years ago, California has been having people in prison fight fires. A very low paid hero. Prisoners assigned to fire camps make just a few dollars a day. The work is backbreaking and dangerous, but this man gladly did it. It got him out of the boredom and miserable living conditions of prison. It taught him skills, and more important, it gave him a
That he
purpose,
can't
a
use
feeling
in
of
the real
self-worth,
world.
and allowing him. More important, it gave him a purpose of that feeling of self-worth and allowed him to give back something of value to society. He thought maybe his experience would help him pursue a meaningful career out of prison, but he was wrong. So that did not work out.
What, you can't become a firefighter after you have a
I guess
criminal record?
none
I
would
guess
hire
not.
him. State laws disqualify nearly everyone
Oh,
with criminal
Jesus fucking
convictions
Christ.
from becoming professional
my God.
firefighters, even those with training skills and aptitude, and
that's all
obviously
those guys-
experience.
That's all those guys do in prison is lift weights and work
Right?
out. I mean, they're
Right?
the most
They're the
fit people in
best
the world. Can you
firefighters
swing
ever.
an axe? Yes, I can
Yep.
swing an axe.
Yep.
Jesus fucking Christ. How?
Yeah.
It's still, even if like they get slightly better food, even if it helps them break up the monotony of their day, it's still slavery. Like they're living in deplorable conditions, unsafe conditions,
Oh, yeah.
often violent.
Oh yeah, and it's only getting
conditions.
worse. Like they put people
And
you go to
and,
prison
and
for not being for being homeless.
yeah,
And then you have to go to work for slave wages. It's like we're getting slavery again, people. That's where we're going.
we're not
We're already
getting it.
there,
It's
but I know we're getting
always
worse. I
been
know,
there.
like Louisiana is known for it. The guys work farms, right? That's like a famous.
I remember a few years ago, I
Basically.
wanted to
What it's called.
do. I don't know if I ever did it for you guys. I don't know. I know I wrote it. I don't know if I ever gave it to
Yeah,
you
Pelican
guys though.
Bay. That was
But I
it.
had written an article about the 13th Amendment. I don't know if I gave it to you guys though. And how it allows for slavery to continue under the guise of punishment in the US Constitution. And that was kind of the compromise, if you will, for lack of a better term. After the Civil War, the slavery was just never abolished. It was just they literally just changed the name. Same people were doing the work.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And they just called you a criminal now, so that when you somehow, if you ever escaped the literal slavery, you couldn't go do anything else because now you're labeled a felon or a criminal. It's sick.
Yep.
America,
Oh, yeah.
in a lot of ways, I love my country,
I don't.
but in a lot of ways, it's incredibly sick.
It is. It's terribly, ridiculously sick. Yes.
Free land and free labor. That's how we did it.
Gee, how did we get
That's how
here?
we got our head start on everybody else in the world.
And then we sold out our middle class so that for national security by
Yes.
making sure our money was the top dollar of all international trade and everything. And we wound up and then it became impossible to build anything here because the dollar was like ridiculously inflated, and we made our wealth like go crazy for a handful of capitalists, and the rest of us get to live in this
dystopia.
continuingly. It's the spinning dystopia that just gets wider and wider and wider.
But you know what? the empire will collapse.
Oh yeah, certainly.
Yeah, which is how
Unfortunately, we're gonna
how
have
much
to bear the
damage
brunt
it
of it.
causes on the way.
That's
is
it. And
the sad
Exactly.
that's it,
Exactly.
man. That's
The
it.
rich people, they don't give a
They
damn.
don't care. They'll make
They're
money no
fucking
matter
set.
what. If they lose
Fuck it.
money here, they'll make money there, right? Like
Exactly.
even in a
Fuck it.
depression, somebody needs something, burying people, so your morticians make like whatever you've invested in.
Mm-hmm.
I always said that's like the best investment
Everybody dies.
you can make is in the mortician, the burial,
Right? That and plumbing.
game there.
That and plumbing. Because we're always gonna poop and we're always gonna die.
You can always just dig a hole though.
Yeah, but who wants to?
Nobody wants to dig a hole, but
That's
if
what
it
a
comes
plumber's
to
for.
if it comes to shitting in my house on the floor or digging a hole in my garden,
Well, why don't we just call
dig the hole in my garden.
I don't understand why we can't just call the plumber. That's all I'm saying. Most
Yeah,
people
I
want a
mean,
plumber.
It's funny, the whole like if they could even there would be even the most slim silver lining if they were getting paid ridiculously poor wages, but had the ability to become an actual
That's it,
firefighter.
right?
Because those guys are now going to be making 90K. They actually had a separate negotiation. This is part of the things we were seeing earlier in the week about the misinformation going out
Oh.
about the mayor of Los Angeles
So
apparently
terrible.
cutting the budget of the fire department.
And she didn't.
But she was actually negotiating at the same time with the union. And so they put aside over $100 million for this negotiation. So when it came out that this separate fund was thrown into it, they actually were getting a 7% increase in wages and in firefighting kit,
Right?
trucks.
But that's not the story.
Materials, but nobody.
Of course not.
It's too complicated.
The story is
for the news.
they all ran out of water. There's no water.
Mhm.
DEI. It's a DEI did it.
DEI.
It's not climate change. Oh, climate change. It's got to be new scum. It's new scum did it.
That is both brilliant and ridiculous,
So
though.
It is.
ridiculous.
It
So
is.
stupid.
It's Mr. Newscum to you.
Oh, right. Sorry.
It's
Sorry.
Governor
Governor Newscum.
It's pathetic and ridiculous, but also brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's appealing to the base. It's appealing to people that want that. So
It's kind of funny, though. You got to admit it's a little funny.
Is it? It's new.
A little bit.
I don't know. I don't know. It just seems like just seems like a really bad, not a particularly clever schoolyard bully. Like we like I don't know. I think you can do better. I don't know.
Are any bullies particularly clever?
Well, those are in
I-
our neighborhood we laugh at. I don't
We
know.
prefer fart jokes here. We're
Yes,
a little-
yes.
a little
Thank
higher- We're a
you.
little higher brow.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Steve. Yeah.
Oh boy.
And scum is like it makes sense in that sense, but scum is not a great word for like I don't know. Like I think
Yeah.
it'd be funnier to call them I don't know, something else.
So anyway, Carolyn actually we didn't really dig into it, but she had seen on one of the major networks that they were basically running with this whole the mayor gave the police this huge increase in monies and the fire department got shafted. And this was just a mainstream and I don't
remember where it was, but I didn't bother
but it was
looking.
reported
It
almost
probably wasn't Fox News.
No, it was reported almost
No, it was
uncritically.
yeah.
It wasn't Fox because we don't really generally tune into that as a first source.
Yeah.
So yeah, they sort of uncritically said, "Well, she cut the budget on that," and they started to run with
Oh, and
that.
homeless people. Yeah, homeless people are also at blame.
Yeah.
That's a big one.
Well, apparently also so were Jews.
I didn't hear Jews at all. I heard
Yeah,
homeless people were given
apparently-
$8 billion. So
Apparently, the war in Israel on the other side of the world, like
Mhm.
way over there in the Middle East,
yeah.
is to blame for the fires.
How so?
Why?
How did that?
How
was
so?
that-
I don't fucking know how. I don't know that logic. I
Iraq
can't
rocket?
fucking fathom that logic.
Well, where did
I
you
just know
see
what
this?
was
Well, where
said.
did you see this news?
There was some. I think I don't know if it was. Feel like it was like a celebrity or something. Not Mila Khalifa, not that one, but some other fucking idiot celebrity.
U.S. anti-Israel activists blame Jewish state for Los Angeles wildfire crisis. The Times of Israel reported that. Mel Gibson piles in.
Well,
Gavin Newsom,
ignore whatever Mel Gibson says. Mel Gibson is a given.
Wild
Oh yeah.
Fighters.
Yeah, he's Looney Tunes all day long.
Well, it's like, what is the media bias fact check for the time?
I'm surprised anybody lets him out of his basement anymore.
Oh my God, he's a danger. He seems to be drinking like a madman. I mean, I expect him to pull an Anne Heche and crash into somebody's house.
Oh
Well, I mean,
Oh, she found something.
no, I
Found something.
responding to the Anne Heche
Oh,
comment.
yeah. No, it's tragic, but it's also, here's somebody who's way out of control.
Okay, good. So yeah, we did find something. So far left groups Code Pink and Jewish Voice for Peace tie catastrophic fires to funding for Israel, prompting condemnation from Jewish groups.
let me tell you something about JVP.
I
There
know.
are very few actual Jews in
Right.
JVP.
Yep. So let's see. U.S. Jewish groups condemned anti-Israel activists on Thursday for blaming the Los Angeles wildfire crisis on Israel. I mean, come on. Several anti-Israel groups and commentators linked the war in Gaza and U.S. military spending on Israel to the catastrophic fires. Code Pink, a far-left activist group, said on Instagram, when U.S. taxes go to burning people alive in Gaza, we can't be surprised when those fires come home. Oh my God, that is
So
sick.
fucking dumb.
That is fucking
So-
that's
This is-
stupid
this
and
is-
sick.
this
Why are
is-
you using this opportunity to drive up hate against Israel for
Because
fire?
it's never been about the war. It's always been
I know
about hating
it's
Jews.
well, but it's very
most
it's very
ironically,
manipulative. It's all very
coming
manipulative.
from them, because like I forget what her name is, but she's supposed to be Jewish, supposedly.
Yeah, we can
Yeah.
do two things at once. We can we can have money for fires to
Right.
fight those fires. It doesn't have to be connected to anything else. I do agree that there are some things that need to be looked at as far as the way California has been fighting this thing. They did mention one of the reservoirs was offline. They said that might have had some ability to help. It was about 117 million gallon reservoir at Santa Ynez. So I wonder if that had the people there are saying it could maybe have helped, maybe not.
Well,
The water
But
pressure.
the real
better.
big
Right.
problem with fighting this particular fire is not the water; it's the Santa Anas.
the winds, exactly,
Yes,
the dryness
right,
and
the
everything.
wind
The
is-
It's the
conditions that are
dryness,
there.
the not being able to get planes up over them to
Absolutely.
to drop whatever that pink shit is that they drop on it.
Yep.
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 Yeah, I
But,
mean, and
you-
they don't really have any way of fight. If the fire can, if they said if it jumps the 405, then we've got ourselves a whole new problem. Then you're hitting into other really heavily even more.
Right. They
heavily
don't want it to
populated
jump that
areas.
highway there.
Yeah, and basically all I can do is fire breaks and dropping the water from above. I mean, if you got 60-mile-an-hour winds,
And they're coming,
You'd
right?
have to have a hell
The
of a
winds are
fire
starting
break.
back up again.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Today, I think.
Yeah, today.
they'll
And
start
then
back
they're
up
supposed
today.
to go for like 4 days or something. So it's
Jesus
just
Christ.
like, fuck, it's
Yeah.
just insane. But here's an idea that someone did bring in that I guess you could make kind of a point, but this also applies to all the bombing going on in Ukraine and all the bombing going on in Gaza and all the bombing going on in all the other places we're bombing. I don't want to say that just oil is causing climate change, but like all these explosions all over the planet are probably not good for climate change as well. So like maybe another reason to stop
it
worrying.
puts dust in the atmosphere or whatever.
Certainly, right?
But you know what? Ukraine didn't start
That's
the
what I'm saying.
war.
It just
Israel
sucks.
didn't
I'm just-
start the
No,
war.
but I'm just saying it sucks. It's another reason to want peace is that it's environmentally friendly.
I'd like to, yeah, yeah,
What?
that's true. No, nothing. No,
That's all.
No,
That's what I'm
no,
saying. Like,
no.
if for nothing else, then like there's an incentive to try to handle things diplomatically. If the dying doesn't get you, well, how about the fact that you're also impacting everything moving forward in the planet? So I don't know.
Just remember that they still have quite a big number of our families. And it's real hard to negotiate peace.
Well, he's going to do it this
when-
week, right?
Who? Oh,
Trump.
Trump.
Oh, he's going to
pick
fix
up the phone.
that.
He's gonna pick
gonna
up the phone.
He literally said that.
Trump
He said
isn't gonna
they better
fix
give
anything.
everybody up by the end of the week, or they're really going to get it. So Let's just make sure that happens. That's going to happen this week. So just kick back and relax, man. And he's going to pick up the phone and they're going to solve the Ukraine
He
war in
also said he's
24
going to
hours.
buy Greenland,
He did. I
turn
can't wait. And they're
Canada
going to be a
into the
51st state over
51st state.
DC. And then that's so insulting. Poor Puerto Rico and DC. Like they don't get to be states, but Greenland gets to be a 51st state.
No, they did Canada. Canada.
Oh, Canada will. But
Oh,
regardless,
that's right.
like whoever
That's right.
we get first, I guess. I don't know. But
You know, and then you want to renege on the Panama Canal deal,
oh yeah,
you
why?
know. What a fucking dick.
Such a dick. I
And
hate
a
him.
moron, just like an historical moron.
Mhm.
That's
Like,
what he's here for. He's the angel of destruction.
I don't understand. I don't understand. The only way it like makes any sense is in the context of white supremacy.
Yeah. Mhm.
Like literally, this is like
Amen.
possibly one of the dumbest people on the planet.
Amen. Amen.
A literal felon,
Yeah.
officially now.
But that's all he gets. I mean, I love
I
that.
know.
Oh,
I know.
unconditionally released. That's wonderful.
I know.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
I
You know
didn't
what?
either.
We're
I didn't know that
good.
was a thing either.
That was just, we're good. I know we've spent all this time and effort and all this money on all this stuff, but you know what?
You know, but he may have been right when he made that decision in the sense that, like, it literally may have been the only decision available to him, other than to like vacate the conviction.
Yeah, I don't think I hope nothing that I said indicates I have any issue with the judge or any of that. It's just everything. It's the entire
Yeah, no,
process.
I
It's
totally
all
agree.
of it.
Totally agree.
The absurdity of all of it. So that's how I feel. Mershawn, he seems like a nice guy, but regardless, it's still amazing. If you told me last year that this is where we were going to be, I would have like, I don't know, taken
I've
matters.
been screaming from the rooftops for years that there was a two-tiered justice system, and then people like Trump were at the top of it,
Mhm.
and all of the rest of us were, you know, under
Yeah, you saw this coming.
under their pissy little reign.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I'm gonna.
Oh, that's scary.
Making yeah. So what else is going on? Any other news that you picked up on during the week?
Oh man, there was trying to remember. There was the Jimmy Carter burial, and who was it? Was it Michelle Obama who snubbed them
No, it was George Bush
during?
went walked
Or
straight
no, wait,
and he
who
tapped. He gave Obama a little tummy tap, like yo, and he walked right past Melania and Trump.
Yeah.
Word. That was cute. He gives that little like a little tummy flick.
And then Biden like basically called him out to his face,
I
like
don't
at the
know.
funeral, which is like fucking
What did he
what the
say?
fuck?
What did
Number
he say?
one.
What did he?
He was talking about like he was basically talking about how Carter was like an example of what it means to be like a president and in post presidency, and like admonishing on like corruption and all of that stuff, and he was looking like dead in the eye, like laser eye in him. It was just, and Trump was like, he's talking about me.
I'm such an idiot. I'm so sick of it. I'm so sick of it already. I'm sick of these 4 years already, and they haven't even started.
It's already been 4 years.
Right? I just am so
Hasn't
tired
even
of.
started. It's been 4 years already.
It feels like it. I'm just so sick of them. What are you doing? Bless you.
Thank you.
So yeah.
Oh yeah, he's back to the waterless showers. You
Oh,
know, they'd
jeez.
go,
Oh, right. That's
they
what's
go
gonna
drip, drip,
happen.
drip.
Yeah, yeah. I hear there's MAGA hats all over Greenland now. They're trying to, drum up everybody to the reason why he's so obsessed with Greenland is because apparently Putin's obsessed with Greenland. And there's an opportunity because Denmark um they were occupied by Germany during World War II, and the United States occupied Greenland. And a lot of the Greenlanders feel like we protected them when Denmark was vulnerable. And then after the war, obviously, we kept our bases there, but we let them take it back. And now Greenland has been trying to get independence from Denmark. So this thing with the United States might be like, hey, if we have United States on our back, then we can get Denmark off our ass, and then we can be our own independent, whatever. And that's kind of what
So
they're
your
trying to
path
make.
to independence is
It's going to give yourself up
casting
to
off
the US, which is a
Denmark
bad
and
idea.
taking off on the mantle
Yeah, bad
of
idea.
the U.S. empire.
Bad idea. Bad
Yeah,
idea.
that's
And
smart.
they're gonna get all the minerals. I mean, we just want their oil, their
That
minerals,
is
all their shit.
literally
That's it.
we
And
we
the
just
position.
the Republicans want this just so they can rape
Yeah, that's it.
fucking the land.
Ka-ching, exactly. And they can put jails there, and they can like take, be a good trash, whatever we can do. It's like a great place to just dump stuff. So they've been like throwing MAGA hats and talking it up. Talk radio there is like working on people. So speaking of fake news, I'm sure there's a bunch of people who are going to be every little disaster that happens there. They're gonna be like, oh, it's the Denmark's fault or whatever is going to happen. So
I'm sure. I know fucking Coke Face.
Don Jr.
Yeah, was over there this weekend or week,
Yeah, it was like
like
24 hours.
doing coke or something. Who the
Yeah.
fuck knows?
They told him there'd be big piles of snow, and he thought they were speaking euphemistically.
Exactly,
And
right?
he was like, "I'll never."
What kind of snow,
Like,
buddy?
oh,
I'm
yeah, totally.
just a tourist.
So yeah, but I mean that makes me sad, and it also makes me sad about all the bullshit in the California wildfires, how all the crazy conspiracy theories are going. It's just, just again, I hate these. I
You
hate.
know, I literally was counting the days. It took a little bit longer than I actually thought it was or would before the Jews got blamed. I was waiting. I was waiting. I was waiting. I knew it was going to happen, and I was just waiting. But it took a little bit longer than I thought it would.
Yeah, and it's not as mainstream. The main people who are getting blamed are the women DEI hires. That's everywhere.
Mhm.
So
That is literally
that is
everywhere.
literally everywhere. So that
Literally.
was first, but then they thought about it and was like, you know what? I think we can slap on a couple more. They can pile on more on this thing. Let's see. There's room for Jews. There's probably going to be a trans
Oh,
firefighter.
surely
So it's surely,
there is probably a trans firefighter somewhere in there,
yeah,
and they will somehow be blamed
something, right?
for this. Yes.
Right, right. Oh, I drove the
Yes.
truck the wrong way or something. They ruined everything. I don't know. So yeah, I'm sure, but it's just so
Apparently they caught like some guy, like a bunch of like neighbors or whatever, caught some guy trying to set a fire with
blowtorch.
like,
Is that what you did
huh?
you get the blowtorch guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Dude.
And why didn't they beat him the shit living shit
I
out
know,
of him?
right?
That was a
That
good
happened in Philly.
takedown,
That
though.
guy, you wouldn't hear about him. You'd see him.
That was a great takedown, though. He just like boom. That was the best fucking get emperor sweep I have seen in a long time.
What?
He said, boop.
Is there footage of getting somebody?
Yeah, there was. I don't know if I have it,
I
but
didn't see that. I just heard about some guy with the
let me see if I can
blowtorch.
find it. YouTube.
I thought that was a bad idea. The guy, get the guy with the blowtorch. What are you doing, sir? God damn.
Hmm.
No.
Well,
Do you see anything?
I was just reading about the Greenland thing.
Yeah.
Apparently, they've been self-ruled for 600 years.
Well, they're still
Really?
Let me see.
they're still a
Double
piece of
check.
they're not independent.
Not independent yet.
Well, I don't
They
know what's
have-
what's the difference between independent and self-ruled.
I,
I'm asking Steve, who just announced they're self-ruled, like he knows the difference. So fine, fine, fine. What does it mean? Enlighten us, Steve.
Hold on. Greenland, the world's biggest island, has been, well, oh no, just part of Denmark for 600 years. Although its 57,000 people now govern their own domestic affairs. The island's government is led by a prime minister. And
Okay.
he's just basically saying we aim for eventual independence, but their finance minister is like, yeah, we're looking to be independent. We're not looking to be part of the United States. So it seems like the whole Trump thing, he really would have to go, I guess.
Well, the
with some
people, you got to get the people.
military thing.
No, what it is the people vote there, right? So
Mhm.
he can push and screw up their politics and get people angry at their government who's saying this is a bad idea,
Mhm.
and get people in the government that say this is a good idea. You see what I mean? So they're spreading disinformation and trying to get people there, Greenlanders, to embrace it. And I read an article about people like, what were they saying? And people were like, he can't buy Greenland. And then some guy who looked like a real douche was like, oh yeah, well, I don't see a problem with that. So they're already douches there. Like the tech bro people are just being like, look up a video if you want. But it was disheartening for me to see people abandoning their country and being like, yeah, I can see being a part. Yeah, if MAGA wants us, he can have us. Sure, rape our and pillage our land. That's fine. We don't need these minerals. They could be part of the economy.
Mhm.
Are you finding anything, Corey? I see you're looking. You're making a looking face.
it's on Fox News. That's why I was
Oh.
hesitant to do it. But I have like video from it. If you want me to
Sure. Can you share, or do you need my help?
share, screen
Little
2,
green button down there.
share.
Oh, here we are.
Let me.
Oh, okay.
Okay, ready?
Yeah, make it go. There's the blowtorch guy. What? What? I just got a blowtorch.
Yeah, he's got a blowtorch.
Right. And he's like, what? It's just a blowtorch. Hey, this guy's got a blowtorch. And he's like, shh.
Is kind of pointing out this guy. And again, it leads to my next question of, are these fires mostly man-made? Are they arson? Is it kind of
He's
a
trying to hide it.
He's good. Yeah.
Just walking around with a big bright yellow.
Nothing to see
Blowtorch.
here. What? I'm just.
He's
I'm
like, what?
hobby.
What? Who
My
doesn't
hobby.
carry a
Blowtorch.
blowtorch with them into, you know?
Yeah, right. It's funny. What? It's for warming. I heat up my coffee with it. What's it do?
Start lighting cigarettes.
Right, yeah. Hey, you guys, these guys that come walking over. Hey, do we need to
Oh,
kick
this is
somebody's ass?
the dude. This is the dude that fucking takes him down.
He seems ready.
He does seem ready.
He's like, I've been waiting for this.
You have another angle. You're behind the tree. Get out of the
Get
tree.
out,
sir.
move the tree. That guy's like pointing. Hey, this is fun. Get him. Kick him.
That's all stuff that
Come on, get out there.
Now
Got
she's.
this.
I'm gonna.
I'm gonna
He's trying to get away.
Yeah, that's not working. Oh, that all he did is grabbed him.
No,
Oh, he's
he gets-
beating him.
yeah, right.
Disappointed. Philadelphia, they would be. Oh, there we go.
Oh,
There
there
we go. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, hog tie that guy. Sorry.
And of course, we are working to figure out if this person has officially.
He's
been
like, yo,
charged.
man, don't take my blowtorch.
Video get a look because it is.
He's not been charged of anything. I'm leaving this video because it is a rather lengthy video coming in from Chris Summer. Yeah, it is. And he hasn't been charged.
Hold on to him. Later on, you'll see.
I thought I had heard he was charged.
Yeah, I think he's got to be. The police arrive and they take him away. Yeah, again, he
Yeah.
was detained. It's not clear if he was arrested, charged, or all of that. It is a little frightening to see a bunch of white people ganging up on a black guy, but he is.
It is.
He's holding a blowtorch, and I know he is when the bigger crowd shows up. But at first, it's like if you didn't know it was a blowtorch, but it's obvious it was a blowtorch.
Oops. How do you unshare now?
It's just stop share. It's the same button, I think. You just click to share and unclick to.
Oh, there it goes. There it goes. There we go.
Hey, look at that! Good job!
Hey, I'm back.
Yay!
But yeah, that was pretty fun.
That
to
was
take
good. That was good. But yeah, I would think people would have beaten him up more. But Be interesting to hear when they start looking into the causes, which, besides the obvious Santa Ana winds, dry landscape, lack of rain, all that good stuff.
But yeah, I mean, they live in a fucking desert. Like,
It's always temporary there. That I read the really cool, like some guys like had a decent essay about it already, and he's from that area, and he's, heartbroken essay, but he was also like, you know, this is the land of dreams for a reason. It's temporal. Like we get wildfires, this happens. There are earthquakes, we rebuild constantly. This is what happens. And
yeah, it's like getting mad
same.
at it. It's like getting mad because, Florida gets hit by a hurricane.
Right? It's
But
the price you pay for the beautiful
yeah.
scenery,
You want to live in paradise with,
right?
along with the face-eating zombie
Oh,
people.
yeah.
Like, I mean, that is the price you pay. You get hurricanes, you get face-eating zombie people.
Oh, yeah, sure. But you do. And you put up with it, and that's it. And
Yeah.
that's the problem with California. Landslides, there's all that
Mhm.
shit. Like shit happens. So I mean,
Every part of the fucking world has their thing,
yeah,
like that they have to deal with.
that's true.
And it
There's no place
sucks,
to
and you
hide.
want to mitigate it,
Yep.
but like there's no conspiracy.
Oh, right, right. It happens on occasion, and when it's a spin of the dice, they roll the dice or whatever. When all the conditions there are there and they align, shit happens, and
It's
you can't
just-
pretend like people want to pretend like there's a reason so that they can pretend like they can be protected from it in the future.
Well,
And
there
it's
is a reason. It's
impossible.
called fucking nature.
Thank you. Right, and it's called it. This shit happens. Shit happens. Act the
Fucking
God.
life.
Life happens. Nowhere is safe, ladies and gentlemen. It's not Newsom's fault. It's not Bass's fault. It's not trans firefighters' fault. It's Jewish people's fault, really.
It's
But
always our
listen,
fault.
Those
It's
damn
always
late-
it is always
Always.
our fault. That's why we need to learn jujitsu.
Ah. We're all just jealous because you have such yummy latkes.
They are yummy.
They are. You got a really yummy.
But we pay for it with gefilte fish.
Oh, that's true. We don't like that. No one likes that.
yeah.
Although old
Nobody
people
likes it.
do like.
Hey.
Old people do. Some old. I've seen them.
I don't
turn
think
into
they
a platter.
I don't think they actually do. I think it's like candy corn. Like
Maybe
they were
just
they were put it was pushed
conditioned.
on them all through their youth or whatever.
It's like nostalgia
and-
food
Yeah.
because it's gross.
It is gross.
It
It
is
smells
so gross. Jelly. It's like cat food. It looks like cat food. And the jelliness, the texture, that jelly. And they're like, put sour cream on it. No. The sour cream is not the right texture. It's not. Two of the things working. It just makes it colder and slimier. That didn't help at all. It did not help at all. No. So.
I'm so lucky I'm allergic to fish.
You had an excuse. That's so
But
funny.
I get passed over on the bagels and lox, so
Oh, that's
pay.
not that. Oh, those are good though, right? You can eat those, can't you?
I can't.
Oh, you
but it
can.
looks good.
Oh, it's so
It looks
good.
fancy
Oh,
and
it's
delicious.
so good. Oh my God, it's so good.
Yeah,
I'm drooling a little just thinking about
Mhm.
it. It's so good. See, that's good fish. I'm not anti-fish, just
Mhm,
anti-gefilte fish. And I don't think
Mhm.
it's even a gefilte fish. It just means it's the way it's made, right? That's
Yeah, it's like
means,
rotted like for like 10 fucking million years or something. I don't fucking know.
Oh, it's just you've seen it, right, Steve? You know
I
what
have.
it is.
Yeah.
It's
It's like the
amazing.
grossest shit in the world.
It's
And
amazing.
there's some people that live by it.
They tuck in. I
Mm.
I was at a 90-year-old a Jewish guy's 90th birthday. And it was the big
Aw.
deal because they do the whole thing and there was this thing and then we went down, there's a huge spread and I just remember there's a little cluster of super old people and they were just having the best time with that gefilte fish, man. They were just nom, 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 and then you could see it like it was on everybody's teeth because you know how it does that and they're old people. So it was like
Mm.
really kind of triggering, but on the other hand, heartwarming.
Just
because they
hearing
were-
about it is sort of triggering.
I know, right?
Like
But
I
they were so
really
happy.
kind of want to like puke a little
It was
bit.
so gross. It was the weirdest feeling because there's that, and then there's also like this, like, oh, because it was community, right? So they were enjoying this disgusting substance. Like imagine like a bunch of flies on a turd or something, but you're close enough so you can see them going like they were really loving it. So I hate to say, oh, that's a that's gross, but it was gross.
But people eat a lot of weird, nasty
They
shit.
do,
Like
they do.
fucking caviar. That's so
Like
fucking
caviar.
weird.
That's yummy.
That's
But
so
you're right.
weird.
I follow a chick that from the Midwest who moved to China, and she's in Wuhan. And like I've never seen anybody eat
That has to
so
be a
much.
culture shock.
I know, and she's so game. She's so game. And she goes like, "Oh, here's what we have for breakfast." And like she's putting this shit in her mouth and it's all wobbly and like feet, and like there's like a pigeon head just there. And she's like, "Ooh, okay." And it's that bad. Frogs and bags. Oh, we're taking this home. Oh.
Yeah.
But that's how, like just think about that. You're in China every day, breakfast, lunch, dinner. I keep saying this. It's Chinese food every day. I just can't get over it.
Well, don't Italians eat like pickled octopus?
Yeah, but that's okay. I don't mind.
That smells good though.
It does. I don't mind. I don't have a problem with a lot of creepy things. It's just the feet, I guess, is anything gelatinous.
Oh,
right?
like chicken feet,
Oh,
like pig's feet.
Yeah. No,
like,
no.
All of those things are like,
No.
oh, what
feet,
the hell?
Claws and feet and heads. Not into that. Head
Mountain
cheese.
oysters.
Head cheese.
Like
No, that's
you're
not-
literally eating
I don't
the
want to eat
bull
nuts.
nuts.
I don't want to eat a bull nut. No.
No.
No, even deep fried, which is like
Or is it bull nuts or is it pig nuts?
I think it's bull nuts.
It is bull
nuts.
Bull nuts, yeah. Rocky Mountain.
I think pig nuts are something called something different, like hog
I-
maws or something like
I don't
that.
know. I don't know any place that eat. Now, hog mall is this, I think.
Is it? Okay.
But like
I
the
don't fucking
head,
know.
the mall.
I don't fucking know. I don't fucking eat pork. 'Cause I don't
Well, I was
fucking
in, yeah, well, I was in Georgia.
How would I know?
I don't know. Well, you're talking about the eyeballs or the nuts. Eyeballs, that's another thing. That's a
That is a
delicacy,
thing. That is so gross.
right? And if you're like going some cultures, that's the best part. So you're offered the eyeball as a like, oh, you're the guest. Here, have the eyeball.
No.
No,
No.
thank you. No, I don't. You, please. I feel bad. To
Thank
take
God
all
that
of
is
my
not a
food.
Middle Eastern thing that I know of.
I don't know who it
Because
is.
because I would be compelled to eat it short of like a medical
Right?
reason.
Because
And there's no medical reason to not.
And no one's done
But,
that for
like-
you. No one's offered you an eyeball at a goat.
No,
roast.
no, nobody
That's
is. Thank God.
I know.
It is
right?
not apparently it's not a Southern thing that I know of, and it's not a Middle Eastern thing that I know of.
I don't know.
So I'm good.
I'm good. What would it be?
Because I would feel very bad about not eating something that I really have no desire at all to eat.
It's the Maasai. The Maasai, that's the honor, is the eyeball. So it'd be
Yeesh.
Africa.
Yikes.
Africa, well, yeah.
All
Yeah.
right. Just, if you're ever in that part of
Where are they?
Africa,
What desert are they?
West
in?
Africa.
West,
I
okay.
think it's West Africa. I don't know. I don't eat goat. I don't like
Goat's
it.
good.
I don't like goat.
Lamb's good. Goat's
I
good.
don't like lamb.
Mhm, mhm.
You can
It's I just can't like look at it, when it's alive before I
it's
eat
sad.
it.
Yeah.
It would be the same with like rabbit. Like I can't look at the rabbit, before I eat it.
I can't look at
Too
chickens.
fucking cute.
They're all adorable. I think that I want lab meat. I hope we can stop we can stop killing animals whenever we want to. If we can just have lab meat, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I don't care.
Fine with that, right?
As long as it tastes like meat,
Right.
Yeah,
But
maybe.
listen, as long as it's 90% like meat. Me once a year I'll splurge on like a real roast or something. But otherwise, like just that's fine. I don't mind.
As long as it looks like meat, tastes like meat,
And
and doesn't involve a vegetable.
well, it can be if it does taste like meat and it has a vegetable in it, that's a bonus. You don't have to taste it.
No, I mean made of vegetable.
Why can't it be made of vegetable?
I don't know. No. 'Cause it's not real.
Yeah, but if it tastes like meat, how would you even know?
Have you ever eaten an Impossible Burger?
Yes.
I hate you.
Why? They're made of they have beet juice in them and stuff. Why?
Oh, that's so gross. That's weird. That's
No,
weird.
you wouldn't know. That's
Beet
the whole point of
juice?
it. It's just to color it.
Really?
That's why how they get the pink tones to it.
Yeah.
It's the beet
Really?
juice.
I don't know.
But Impossible Burgers are not a great substitute. They're expensive and they're also very processed. So I would like to just grow it. Like I like the idea of like that's sirloin in that petri dish, and then it's almost ready. Oh,
I want my I want my New York strip steak.
yeah, right. Like you just dial it and you set it and forget it, and in like a week or when however long it takes to grow it, you're like, oh, there it is.
That's why I was one of the things I loved about like Star Trek when I was growing up was like the food replicator. Like that was like
That in the
the
holodeck.
shit.
That in the holodeck, I could have a blast.
Yes.
That's all you'd really need.
That's
right?
all I need. I wouldn't need to go
Yeah.
anywhere else. Why would I? I have a holodeck. I've got food. I can boop boop boop.
Yeah.
That'd be the best. Jetsons had it too.
They did. They did.
Did. They did.
They also had their robot slaves.
That's my
So
Jetsons impersonation. That's all I got. Was that good? You didn't hear it.
what? I
did
didn't
the
hear it.
Jetsons impersonation, but
I didn't hear
the
it.
microphone didn't pick it up. That's okay. I'll save it. That's my Spiegel impersonation. I'll take it to Vegas. Oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
So this is the last week before of Biden's presidency, right?
Mm-hmm.
It is.
How
It is.
exciting for us
Glory.
all.
Go to
It
war
is.
with Canada
And Panama.
and Panama.
Panama. Panama.
All I can do right now is the Jew sigh. Really.
Yeah, I mean, he's really good at spreading chaos. I'll say that. He knows how to grab headlines.
I'm not.
All I can say is there will be a lot of good. Like the only good thing about all of this is that there will be some good like comedic material with like minimal effort. I can basically
plenty to laugh at.
take a year off and like, do minimal work for this.
It'll all just make it. They'll talk it to make itself. Really.
It will, because you can't write.
You can't even make up half the crazy, fucked up, ridiculous
I
shit that's
know.
gonna happen. We couldn't even think it up now. We could try, but I mean, I would never thought he was gonna try and take Panama Canal. That came out of the blue.
I don't know how you beat injecting bleach and like sunlight
Those are classic.
or nuking a hurricane,
Right?
Or just-
Classic.
or just
Shoveling
change
the
their
wildfires.
events.
I mean, remember we were supposed to rake the forest after the last
Yeah, rake the
California
forest.
wildfire?
Yeah,
What's
right.
going to be the thing? What is the new scum wasn't doing? Was he not raking the forest enough? Did he not like what is it? Like I can't wait to hear the MAGA people turn it on a head. Like they're already forgotten about immigration, right? That's all.
Well,
oh
no,
yeah.
they haven't. They just forgot about or they've just turned on Trump and fuckface South African dude. No,
Elon.
Oh, Elon.
Elon.
Yeah.
did you say Pence?
Vance.
Like where?
Vance. No, he said
Oh,
Vance.
Vance.
Vance,
I was
yeah,
like, Pence. What? Where's he been?
Vance.
Fucking
Yeah.
Elon Musk because of
The HB things.
yeah.
Which I agree. I agree against him. I'm with Bernie and oddly Steve Bannon.
Right?
Right? I'm
I
on
mean,
the
you
same
got-
side as Bernie
you
and
got-
Steve Bannon.
You got rid of American employees, and now you're going to be trying to bring over people at cut rate. So
Yeah.
basically, you're just saying you want to pay people less.
Yeah.
Basically, you're moving the jobs overseas, but you're
Here.
but here.
Yeah. So that the people can be living our lifestyle in front of us while we're sitting here going like, I wish I had a job. That'd be great.
Right?
I love it.
And it's
Love it.
jobs that largely we either could be qualified
could.
for or are
train us.
qualified for.
Yeah. Train
They-
us.
In fact, they were doing the Twitter employees. Where'd all those guys go?
We know
Well,
we
I
have
think
they-
I don't know that I think they just fired all of those people.
Right,
Period.
Yeah,
but
but I'm just saying.
people
And,
that need
and
jobs.
Facebook
They're out there.
apparently is doing the same thing now.
Right.
Yeah.
What?
They're firing like their safety and like
Yeah. But these
whatever
people
the fuck
that
they call it.
to Steve's point, those are all the fact checking. But to the Steve's point, these are all IT people that need jobs. So there you go. Instead of why do you need to take people in from another country? Why don't you let these people go? Obviously, they were good enough employees because they had jobs. So it's not
Yeah.
like they're untrained. They have experience.
Mhm.
I mean, but you know what? Either way, no matter how we look at it, like eventually, like one way or the other, we're gonna have to face this because, like eventually AI is going to be taking over everybody's jobs.
I know. And get this
Like,
too. They're already, how about even worse? They're already looking at privatizing or taking away people, looking at their 401ks now, right?
wait,
That's-
what?
They're looking at people's 401ks now.
I haven't seen the original story. Where did you
Yeah.
find that one at?
Yep.
I don't have a 401k because I'm not rich enough. I don't have a good enough job for that. I get paid good money, but I don't get anything else.
Right? Private equity wants a piece of your 401k. Private equity firms are hoping that the new Trump administration makes it easier for them to access your 401k. Wall Street investment giants view Main Street retirement savings as a way to boost demand for non-listed illiquid bets that aren't traded on any public exchange. Such investments include real estate funds, private credit, and leveraged buyouts of companies. So they want to tap into more than 12 trillion currently housed in defined contribution plans that workers rely on for their retirement nest eggs, and such as
So,
401.
so they want to cut Social Security and then hand
And gamble with our
the
401k.
alternative
And gamble with our money, even worse.
and gamble with that.
Yeah. So we can lose that too.
So these particular types of odd investments are going for not currently permitted, and they're hoping Trump is going to ease those restrictions and
And
then
then-
therefore be able to say, "Hey, throw your our 401k money into
Yep.
kind of like the
Crazy stuff.
kind of like the derivatives they were selling in the housing bubble."
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So
Yeah.
they can lose all.
Honestly, if I ever had the money to invest, I would want to know who the fuck Congress is investing
Yeah.
in, because those are the people to invest in.
Yep.
Right? Because
Yep.
they know what they're doing.
No,
But then you gotta watch them though, because
they
they were
have all the
unloaded too.
info. They have all the info.
Yeah, but that's what's so dangerous. Like they unloaded it on a dime, so you can't even. You gotta follow them.
Well, you gotta follow them, or have like AI following them,
That's
Yeah.
true.
and then like
Changing your shit as soon as it. Yeah, that's what we can do until they take it all.
Mhm.
And these guys just put
Until
their
they
money offshore, and then they let them gamble with our 401ks and all that kind of bullshit. That's great too. Yeah. So I just thought that was a really exciting. I think that like even people, the Gen Xers that did Gen X right and have like our relatives and stuff who have houses now and they've got like, they did it right. They've got the kids, their kids are adults, but their kids aren't gonna.
not
Like-
all of our kids are adults as
That's-
Gen Xers.
Well, I'm just saying, like, from what I see, no matter how good you're set up, the next generation is you're vulnerable because your children are going to need, they're not going to get insurance. Like my niece, she has a PhD in social work, and she's like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get a job. I might be working at Starbucks. Like that's her actual
We
reality.
we might be losing our insurance like soon enough. Like,
Oh yeah, right, because the Affordable Care Act is going
They're
away.
gonna axe that.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah,
only place you
Pennsylvania
can cut.
promised.
Yeah.
Pennsylvania promised that hold it, but I mean, how long is Pennsylvania going to get funds? He's going to deny funds to us because we're a blue state. Like,
Mhm.
you know, you're going to have MAGA in order to get your federal money.
that's
right?
that's another
what's gonna
that's going to be like the real big
Yeah.
thing, like going forward, is like, but you know what, motherfuckers, like we pay for all of your shit. Like you
know.
would have no
I know.
fucking money
Well, that's what
if
they're.
it
But
weren't
that's
for us blue states.
you're right. But now, what our
Yeah.
stupid blue states don't know how to protect us. Our stupid blue everything doesn't know how to protect us. So now this idiot's in charge. And what is? I mean, it's unprecedented. But what is to stop a president? They're allowed to give to stop funds to California if they want to.
Mhm.
So they could
They did
literally
already.
say
Yeah.
I'm only giving funds to to states that have MAGA because I only believe that MAGA, everyone else is wasteful. And then all of a sudden every state is going to flip to MAGA and we're going to have MAGA everywhere. Like he could force that on the country.
Way to fuck everybody.
He could,
He really knows
You're
how to sign
literally
off
shooting yourself in
conversation.
the foot
but he could.
with that sort of policy, because like the
Why?
blue states are the ones that pay for everything.
Well, yeah, but he doesn't care. The country can be
No,
destroyed
the
because
country could not survive if not
the
for
rich
blue
people
states.
could survive though.
The rich people.
Country as we know it could not survive. The rich people could do very well under that kind of dystopian issue. Everybody, all the money goes down the drain. Where's the drain head? Right to the super rich people, right? Like I don't see a downside for Trump if every state has MAGA. I see a downside for every state, but I don't see a downside for Trump. Do you?
No, but
That's my-
that's part of the collapse.
I
That's going to
know.
be part of the collapse.
I know
Like-
it sucks. You can like
it-
see it coming, like a freight train is all I'm saying. It's terrifying.
I was doing a thing last night where I was looking at like terrorist threats and whatnot like that. And one of the biggest, issues in the US is accelerationism. I don't know if you guys have heard that. Basically, it's the idea of like doing terrorism and like putting in policies to like fuck the country faster because they know that it's kind of fucked.
That makes
And
sense. That's like usually
it,
a
it
fundamentalist term, right? For like,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Well, by fundamentalists, I mean like white
religious.
supremacists,
Yeah. The evangelical
religious,
weirdos.
yeah, those
Yep,
weirdos,
yep.
those kind of people. But it's also on the left too, apparently.
Mm.
Like the far left, like the commies,
The anarchists who want
the
society to
pinkos.
collapse. The anarchists.
Yeah.
Well, that's I mean, it's in their name.
Well, the anarchists, I expect, but like the pinkos, also like the tankies, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
I know I just got canceled somewhere. Which is
What's that?
ironic because
What's that? The
like
sound of Corey being canceled.
for years I was accused of being a communist. For years and years, like never been a communist, but I was always accused of it. But now I'm going to be canceled by communists. Tankies are like, no, not one of us.
Yeah, well, I think you do have to break it to a large degree to see what, because we've been limping along for a while.
Yeah, it's maddening. We'll
Yeah.
see. Can't wait. Can't
Yeah,
wait.
man.
Can't
But you
wait.
know what?
Can't
Like,
wait.
fucking was it Roosevelt? Who did the New Deal? That was Roosevelt, right?
Yeah.
He like fucking fixed it for like a while
He did.
until like Republicans were like, no,
People
we don't
forgot.
want you to
People
fix it.
forgot, and then civil rights happened, and we were able. That was what made us vote against our own best interests because suddenly we didn't want they didn't look like us getting any of our tax money because we imagined it was all for us, and then we started closing all the pools, and we started getting
Sometimes America's Goldstein is black. That's it. Sometimes America's Goldstein is black.
I don't know what that means.
Goldstein,
The one you blame.
1984.
The one you blame.
Yeah.
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 1984.
Although, yeah, and actually, yeah, I mean, that's actually how we got our police forces and all that for black people.
Absolutely.
Militias, that's how the
it's-
South created their army, was out of the militias that were keeping the black people from going crazy.
That's
Yep.
true.
Oh,
That's true.
good God.
That's
Well,
true.
not going crazy, but like escaping.
Yes. Yeah, because they had
Like
some
they
uprisings.
were.
They had some uprisings where they killed some people. So
Well, yeah.
white people got completely paranoid.
Yeah.
Some police forces literally just changed their name.
Yes. Right.
Like literally, we were, I don't know, fucking South Carolina, fucking slave patrol.
catchers,
Now
yeah.
now we're the South Carolina Highway Patrol.
Yeah.
Right?
Or
No, seriously.
whatever.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All because we can't admit that we stole land and labor.
We can't. We
Just
can't. We gotta
can't
hide it.
fucking
We
admit it.
don't want anybody. We don't want to fix it. We don't want to help anybody. We don't. Nope. Just gotta pretend.
Yeah.
It's terrible. Anyway, good stuff.
And when you can't pretend anymore, just blame the Jews.
Let's blame. Yeah, blame
As long
someone.
as there's somebody,
Or
like you
homeless,
say,
or
as
women.
long as you can get anybody,
Or trans people.
trans people, anybody, gay people, you name it. Yeah.
We've
Yeah.
got a lot.
There's a deep bench of people we can blame, unfortunately.
That's true.
I want the gay agenda. Like I think that's fun.
That sounds.
They're-
They seem to be having a really good time.
They do. Like really?
have immense
Everyone
respect for the
seems to
way
be
they
having
live.
much more fun
Yes.
than white supremacists. They do not
And
ever
have you
look like they're
ever-
having
have you
fun.
ever
been to
Ever.
a drag
Just regular
show?
white people.
That shit is hilarious.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
drag shows, that is fucking awesomely hilarious.
Yeah.
And-
There's a even in just regular everyday living, there just seems to be a zest for life, and not just white supremacists, but just white people in general. Wonder bread white people in general do not have that zest for life that I can see in. You show me, the gay community that I've, the people I've seen, the way that they embrace these things, the way that they're very much lively and outspoken, and it's just like they just seem more vibrant in
Yeah,
general as a culture than just
they're just
regular
very
straight
colorful.
white people. Very colorful,
They're all
lively,
color,
spirited, lively. Like you just, yeah, I don't know.
all color and sass.
Right? I mean, just so many people with the white people contingent are just like, what's your house like? What's your 401k like? Where are your kids going to school? It just seems like drudgery. So much of what the general straight white populace does.
Right. Well, let's start right up there with speaking of 1984, you can also go to Brave New World, right? And the guy was looking out and everyone, all the people of the real people were having a great life and he was up in
Yeah.
it, right? I
Yeah.
forget what that was called, but the average people he was envious, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Right.
But
American
didn't it,
Psycho.
wasn't that about like
Conditioning. We were
yeah,
conditioned and we all had
It's
sex
drugs.
and stuff
It's
and drugs.
Yeah.
And that was all
Yeah.
the worker people and they had a great life and everyone's like, don't think too hard, just enjoy it. But it was a totalitarian. And then the guy escaped and that's when
Yeah.
he saw the people and they were living good lives.
Yeah.
He wished he could be
Yeah.
them.
I think that's closer to where we're at than 1984 is, to be honest with you.
Aldous Husky. We've all been conditioned to be these idiots.
Right. You're just all about pleasures and the things you can get and all that. I mean, it's materialism.
Mhm.
It's all that shit.
Drugs, tuning out,
Tuning
distractions.
out, right? Distraction. I mean,
Right.
this guy Trump is a master of distraction. I
Right.
mean, and so many people fall for it.
Right. Right. Yeah.
But
well, at least he's not a master debater.
ain't nobody want to see that. Ain't nobody want to see that little mushroom cap.
Oh God. On that note.
Yes. A happy Sunday on that note.
On that note.
I am gonna go enjoy
Pet,
a
pet.
little bit of family time
Nice.
and have some fun with my
Get
my
John on the
people.
gaming thing.
Excellent. Yeah. See if that's open. Try to, yeah.
I'm gonna get him to do that.
That's what I'm
That is
talking
like-
about. Yeah.
that is like free money right there.
That's it, man.
Outsource.
Yeah, outsource. All
All right, man.
Well, have yourself a great Sunday.
Then I have to let him touch my computer though. I
That's
don't want to, I don't like that.
Yeah.
Take it apart. I don't know if you guys can see back over there. You can't really see much, but he's got like a whole fucking like all kinds of crazy shit going on over there.
You like to
Like-
take stuff apart?
Oh yeah, he's got like
Yeah.
some kind of like fucking deep or one of those the little ovens. He's got one of those taken apart.
Oh wow.
The conventional oven,
Convection oven.
convection oven.
Yeah.
The little ovens. He's got one of those taken apart. He's got alarm clocks taken apart. He's got a printer taken apart. He was down here like harassing me last night, like taking apart a printer.
That's interesting. Well, hopefully he's learning.
Could be some
Hopefully.
engineering going on there. so,
Hopefully.
yeah.
Hopefully,
Could
that's
have an aptitude for engineering.
if he'd only fucking do his fucking work.
Yeah, well, this is the beginning of it.
Maybe he'll turn out to be a savant with electrical engineering. I don't know.
We'll
I
innovate
was
something.
so upset.
A new
I was
oven
so
printer suddenly has like it does two things at
Maybe he
once.
could do the Star Trek thing eventually.
Yeah,
I
get
was-
working on that.
I was so upset with him because, like, and the only reason I'm upset with him is because I know how smart he is.
Mhm.
But on the STAR test that they did, apparently he scored at like first grade level
Hmm.
Hmm.
because he dicked around like all week, had like 16% of it done, and then finished the rest of it Friday.
In a rush. Yeah.
Yeah, like
That's how I went through my college
Hmm.
career. It was all last minute. I had to be forced to do it. I hated it.
that is literally my journalism career.
Right? I mean, it's just you can't until you get to that point where it's all about the collapse on your head. You're just like, I got another couple hours.
But the difference is I'm not producing like F work, F level work when I do that. I produce like the high grade,
Mhm.
high octane. That's fucking genius.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think maybe just kind of like they say with like video games. Some kid loves video games. You can eventually get him to start thinking about code. You can become a coder. I mean, I don't know. Maybe there's different types of intelligence. It's hard to.
No, it's his problem is not intelligence. He is a fucking genius. Like he
I'm saying yes.
Like-
I'm saying yes. You can be. I'm not saying that that's not. I'm saying there's different types of intelligence. You can be. A
Oh
genius
yeah,
at
yeah.
mathematics. You can be a genius at writing. You can be a genius at like. I'm just saying. There's all these different. I don't know.
Baking.
Baking. I'm baking genius.
Are you saying that you're a baking genius?
I am not a baking genius. I wish I were. I have baking
That's
genius.
Danny. That's
Yeah.
that's totally Danny.
I
Like
wish,
Yeah.
she
I
is
envy
a
her.
baking goddess.
right? Some people are so good at
But
it.
if I let her touch like fucking a pot of water,
Right. They're two different skills, right? Cooking and baking are two different skills. And I envy bakers. I really do. I'm more of a cooker, not a baker.
Yeah.
I don't bake. You know why I don't bake? Because I don't follow instructions.
It's hard. I know it's hard.
Yeah.
I don't like instructions. I look at instructions like, don't tell me what to do.
Yeah, there's a little bit of that. I approach it thinking I'm going to. I'm like, this is it. I'm gonna nail this. I'm gonna follow these instructions. Yeah. And then somehow
Fuck instructions.
I just wander off and I don't know
as
what
as I prepare to, skim through my 30 or 40 pages worth of instructions
Yeah,
right before I go to work, justifying any changes that I need to
But you should be
incorporate.
paid for doing, by the way. Skimming through
You
that shit,
should
totally be paid
Yeah.
for doing. It's not fair.
That's like your commute to
for
work.
training, like all of that.
all of
Yeah.
it, reading it, all that reference shit. Like I'm supposed to read that on my own time. Like that doesn't mean I'm getting $40 an hour. Sorry, that doesn't. You're taking money, so it makes me mad.
Yeah.
It does.
I don't
That's
like
really-
that. I don't like
yeah.
that. I don't like that. So again,
Yeah.
we'll see about this.
I made almost over $450. I was like,
Congratulations. Good
wait.
deal. Now, are you taking out taxes? Is that an issue for you?
Yeah. Yeah, I will.
It will be. Yeah, yeah.
It
but
will
you're-
be.
Right, right.
But
You're
I
putting
think
it
I only-
away. I haven't gotten to the point where I thought about it. So I imagine at some point you should put away.
Yeah, eventually, like that's like the plan. But like
Well, it's tax
will.
time now. Like
I-
whatever
well,
you earned
it will
before,
be.
is you're gonna have to pay taxes on that.
but I
So
only made like 21,000 from them. So
if you haven't taken it, that's a decent portion.
that's like
of
what,
tax. That's a couple
2,000?
$1,000.
$2,000 a month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
sucks.
Yeah.
All right.
That a lot of people who are freelance with us that we work with, they are frequently surprised when the tax bill is due. So I just thought I'd mention that. That's all. I just wanted to.
Oh,
I think
I'm not.
You know,
I am figuring out all the shit I
yeah,
can
It's a real pain in the ass. It's a real pain in the ass.
I can fucking claim.
Right? A real pain in
I
the-
really what I really need to do is hire a CPA is what I need to do.
Yeah. We used to have a
Who wants to
smart-
pay a CPA either?
It's so stupid. I hate it. But again, if the system that's part of that comes down with the system, then good. But
Mhm.
oh
Yeah.
well. Okay, this was fun.
Anyways,
have a
in-
great day.
Enjoy, guys. See you next week.
See ya.
Cheers.